Hello my friends, this is Janet. Thank you so much for coming in for this live video. As usual, I told you I came here to Louisiana, so I'm not home. I borrowed this kitchen here today, so I hope you enjoy this live session. As you can see, the title today is How International Students Pay, How International Students Survive in the United States, How they come and pay fees and everything. Sorry, I got interrupted for a second. I have to come back, okay? So you have to know how international students pay for this. Okay, some of you are scared of these F1 student visas. Don't be scared of F1 student visas. Don't be scared. As I wanted to tell you a story last time, in fact, the reason why I came back with this video today is because I got some response. I've gotten some international students already here in the United States, okay, on F1 student visas. They told me, Janet, after we watched your video, we went to the international student office, and actually exactly what you told us is what happened to us. So as we speak, my friends, take F1 student visas seriously. I know many of you love green cards. I love green cards too. But eventually with student visas, we will reach there. Okay? All right, who is that? I see Mercy and my namesake, Janet. Carol, everyone is watching. Thank you so much for coming back. My video got interrupted. But you know, I'm back. So remember to subscribe, Janet Rangi, and continue following on Facebook, and you're leaving very good reviews. Thank you so much. F1 student visas, we have to talk about this. I've talked to you about work programs. Work programs, one of the students told me, Janet, you told me $10 an hour, $12 an hour. Well, I'm only getting $8. But you know what? She has a work program. But you know what? She went to the international student, and now she's going to file for maybe hardship. Okay, hardship if you can't find a job that is paying you well, okay, or your sponsor got sick, or your sponsor is no longer able to pay for you, or the currency, I've always said the naira has changed, the shilling has changed, the pound has changed. You want to make sure you go to the international office and report and say, you know what, when I came, I was depending on this kind of money, but now I don't have those funds anymore. I'm having difficulties paying, and they can always file for you hardship. Many of you probably, I say that in the beginning, some of those videos, but I've never done this video again, okay? Remember, you don't have to go under deportation because you don't have money. So if they allow you to work, they'll give you a work permit, okay? They'll give you a work permit, and you can work as you go to school, okay? Understand that, all right? So I'm here to teach you or inform you, and you can go and do more research and find out from some of these schools. Thank you so much for coming, Vero and Sarah. I see all of you, almost 80 people now watching. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm here to tell you about international students. International students, because some of you just go to American universities and you look at the school fees and you shy away. And by the way, now I'm receiving Kenyans telling me, I'm seeing Nigerians, Ghanaians, people from all over, they're telling me, Janet, I know community college is cheaper. I'm like, the message is going out there. Now people are even teaching me about community colleges. Thank you so much. I know you're watching from Nairobi, everyone, people watching from all over the world. Thank you so much for coming in. So we need to know, first of all, work programs. I always say, I'm repeating this video so that many of you can get information and share. And plus, I'm away from home, so I didn't have enough time. I don't have a computer. I don't have anything to do my research. All of you know I'm a blogger. Before I come here, I come with very reliable information. Number one, I've always told you, work programs. When you're on F1 student visa, you can always work on campus. F1 student visas, and you don't need a work permit. You don't need a work permit. Go to the international office. Tell them you need a driver's license. They will give you a social security number. Well, they will give you a letter. That is the letter you take to the social security office, and you get a social security number. You can never work in the United States without a social security number. So that is number one. You go to the international office. You either ask for employment or for a driver's license. Okay, they will give you a number. You go get, you get a number from social security office. You come back. You ask for a job. Okay? $10 an hour. If you work $10 an hour, the law allows international students to work 20 hours per week. Okay? We've done the math on this page. We know that we can get $800 per month. We can get $1,000 per month. I see all of you. Thank you for watching. Okay? $1,000, that is something, my friends. Okay? If you have a roommate, that is something. Now, work programs. You can work in the cafeteria. You can work on the sports team, okay? You can work anywhere on campus. If they have a satellite school outside the campus, that is considered also on campus. That is one of the alternatives that these international students have, okay? They do work programs. Reliable information, real, okay? All right, number 2, I've told you, if the work programs are not working, okay? And you are graduate students, especially if you have a master's program, you don't even have to wait for 1 semester, okay? They can file for you CPT. CPT, okay? CPT means you can now work even full-time. Not 20 hours, full-time. For those people who are not, maybe you're a bachelor student or you're in a community college, you guys have to wait for 1 semester, 1 year, I think. You have to work for, go to school for 1 year. You have to be in good academic standards, okay? You have to maintain your F1 student visa. You can't violate the rules of the F1 visa. If you have those 2, they can ask for CPT. That way, you get money, you go to school. You get money, you work, okay? Don't have this mindset that I have to have millions before I get the F1 student visa, okay? CPT number 2. Number 1, work programs. Number 2, CPT. I'm doing this again. I believe I did a whole video on this topic. I said, let me repeat this because I love student visas. Why? Because they give us time. Number 3, you can file for hardship. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if all these options are not available to you, you can always ask for a work permit. How do you get a work permit? You file the forms for hardship, economic hardship. Your situation has changed, okay? They understand. You go to the international office, you ask them, uscis.gov. Godfred, thank you. Ellen, everyone is watching. I see all of you, okay? I didn't expect this number of people to be watching right now, okay? You ask for economic hardship, all right? I've always talked about scholarships for international students. By the way, many people getting F1 student visa, they come to me and tell me, Janet, thank you. Not only do I have an I-20, but they gave me a scholarship. Can you imagine? That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. Janet, do you know I did not get a scholarship? I got the I-20. Not only did I get the I-20, but I got a scholarship. That's what they tell me. Okay, so you do your work. You do your work. Scholarships for international students. And by the way, another thing I didn't mention, I think in the last video, if you are working for these international organizations, okay, Asian bank, okay, let's say African bank, oh, you know, all those international, I think the banks or United Nations, the U.S. State Department. Did you know that you can work for the U.S. State Department and they don't ask, you can actually work there and you go to school and there are no rules, there are no, just maintain your F1 student visa. So check out the job, okay? If you see the State Department, they have jobs, okay? If you have Bank of Asia, okay, the International Bank of Africa or something, I don't think these banks exist, by the way. Those, you have to look at if any international organization you are working for. Find out if you are allowed to work on student visas. That one they don't even ask. It's kind of a loophole. You understand, my friends? That is a loophole they give people. All right? Make sure you take advantage of that. All right? I've given you many options. All right? Who is a Vera, Edwin, all of you. Okay? I've seen people coming and bank statements, my friends. Don't think you have to come up with a bank statement that is yours. Okay? If you have a rich uncle, if you have a cousin, you have a relative, you have a friend, the schools don't care. Okay? The schools just need a bank statement to show that you'll be able to pay. Once you show them, they will give you an I-20. Another thing I've realized, many people, when I started doing this, they used to tell me, Janet, I can't go to a community college. Community colleges, we are not, you know, they're going to question us because we have a master's. They don't give visas to community colleges. Well, now it's the opposite. Now it's the opposite, Moha. This is the opposite. Many people are getting community college admissions. I've seen it. I've lived, they call me. They text me, they inbox me. Right now, I'm spending a lot of time in the inbox. I'm seeing all of you in there. Okay, I haven't gone to Messenger, okay, but I'm doing my inbox first, okay? And I'm seeing, by then there's a difference between inbox and Messenger. Messenger, maybe you can just direct message me, but there are those who go to the Facebook inbox and actually leave. Facebook has an app for messages, and usually it sends me all these messages. I've been reading people going to the embassy, and they are getting, by the way, student visas, they are not denying much. The people that are being denied are visitors, okay? Visiting visa is tough. And I've always told you, I'm better off coming on a conference than coming to visit, than coming for graduation. Those ones, I get more success with people that go for conferences. I'm just telling you what this is the feedback. This is the feedback I get, okay? People that go for conferences, they come. People that go for student visas, they come. Of course, for the green cards. The green cards now it's current, okay? Many of you are coming, okay? Rose, I see all of you. Lexa, all of you, thank you so much for coming, all right? Have you learned something about student visas? And I have so many. If you didn't watch the video last time, I spent like a full hour or 45 minutes explaining again this topic. How people come here, but because so many people have asked about this, I have to present. I have to present about this, okay? So, there are so many ways you can survive here. Of course, if you have a rich uncle, or you are a millionaire, why not? Okay? If you are a millionaire, you can always come here and pay money cash, okay? All right, let's see Moha. I'm seeing Janet with different hairstyle. Yes, this is a different hairstyle. I think one of the followers doesn't like the hairstyle, but us, we love the hairstyle, okay? More followers love this hairstyle than the haters, okay? But we love it. Me, I love it. What do you think? Anyway, Olivia, thank you so much. Good to see you, Olivia. Very nice. Salma is there. Hi, Janet. Thank you so much for coming. If you're coming in late, remember what Janet has said. We have to calculate the work programs. Work programs, okay? $8 an hour. I've seen a follower who's getting $8 an hour. I've seen a follower who's getting $10 an hour. I've seen one who's getting $16 an hour. Okay? All right. On average, we are getting $800 to $1,600 per month. Okay? All right. That is just the work program. And remember, during the summertime, if there are no classes, you are working more. Okay? But you have to maintain a good GPA. Okay? You have to maintain good grades. Okay? Before you go to the international office, make sure you maintain good grades so you can have a chance. Work programs, and I've always said for F1 student visa, you want to do your research. Those schools, make sure you go to the research box, okay? Find out, do they have work programs before you choose them. If they don't have, maybe that's not a good school, but don't worry about that. But just put that in mind. Work programs are very important, okay? And when you come here, you want to find roommates. You want to network. Make sure you belong to these groups. If you see people on Facebook who live in Houston, you want to join. If you see people who live in New York, you want to join. Okay? You network. Join these church organizations. People, call the pastors. They know many people in the church that can house you. Those are the things I say, network with people. This information looks obvious, but I came to realize it's not obvious, okay? Another thing some people didn't know, F1 is for students. F2, by the way, if you have a family, okay? Never shy of, try your luck, okay? My son is watching, very nice, Carol. Tell your son to keep watching. Faith, always good to see you. It's what you do, okay? When you get admission, all right? Admission means the school has given you something called I-20. Okay, when they give you I-20, you tell them, by the way, I have a wife, I have a husband, I have 3 children, can they come? And then the international office will tell you, okay, for the bank statement for you, we need evidence that you have $20,000. But if you're bringing your family, we need a bank statement that will read $28,000. Then you come up with an extra bank statement that is reading $8,000, and then you show the international office, okay? Once you show the international office, do you know what? They will give you F2, okay? They'll give you I-20 for you, the applicant, I-20 for your husband, okay, or wife, I-20 for your children. And then you show up in the embassy as a family. Do you understand? Alternatively, one of you can come, and when you come here, you go to the international office. Oh, by the way, I left my wife, or I left my husband and 2 children. Can they come? Then you give them the bank statement, and then you send them the paperwork. They go to the embassy, and then they follow you. Okay? Never be stranded thinking like I have to go there and struggle alone, and then after 10 years, my wife will follow me. After 10 years, my husband will follow me. Don't do that. Try the best before you give up with these F1 student visas, okay? It's always good because if you have children and you come with your husband and your wife, they'll help you raise the children. You don't want to be here alone. Of course, they have daycares. Daycares are expensive. But thinking about it, education is free. By the way, these kids that will come on F2, okay? For those who didn't understand, what did I say? F2 is for student spouse. F2 is for student kids. Okay, when you have your kids, they put them on F2, but they can go to school for free. That is a very, very common question I receive again. Janet, if I come, how much will private education cost me? How much will my kids go to school? I'm concerned my kids are going to high school. Janet, what will happen to my children? No, they will make an assessment and your children will be put in the correct grade. And yes, they will go to school. Public education in the United States is free, but for international students, F2 allows you to go to school for free. They will not let the kids stay home without going to school. Know that. Now, if you have a child who is less than 5 years old, now that one you'll have to fend for yourself, okay? Because public education starts at 5 years. I don't think I've ever told you that, okay? Make sure if your child is below 5 years old, maybe you're two of you, so you will need someone to stay home. They have preschools, but those ones you'll have to pay out of pocket, okay? Now, some kids that don't have the abilities, maybe they are not very well off, they have the state supplementing this income, and those kids, usually they can go to preschool, and the state will pay some of it. But most of the time, preschool, you'll have to come up with the money as soon as they turn 5. As soon as they turn 5, they go to kindergarten. That is free public education, okay? And by the way, they usually have a school bus. So if you choose housing that is close to the school bus routes, all you need is to wake up early, prepare the kids, put them out there, and the bus will take them to school. I'm talking to many students. Some of you are coming bachelor's degree. Some of you are coming master's degree. Some of you are coming for PhDs. I know all of you. You're coming here, okay, on all those visas, and you have families. For the single ones, look for roommates, okay? Make sure you find all these resources in the community. Why does Janet do this? I've received information from some people who went back, they were deported. Did they know about this? These days, in fact, some students used to join the military. These days, I'm very cautious about the military. I have to go and read more about the military. I think these days they want just the people that have done, people that are permanent residents. But before, even students will join and then they will get free education, they will get green cards, okay? Then they will be sworn in. All those things used to come with F1. Now, I'm not sure that is happening very much, okay? But that's always an option, all right? I've seen people who graduate and they go to Canada, okay? I'm just telling you, I'm a blogger, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just telling you the things that I've seen, okay? Once they get American education, Canada is just like ready to grab them. So, my friends, that's why I tell you crossover, okay? No one is brain draining you. No one is taking information. No one is taking you from where you love, okay? All I'm doing is having options. Who doesn't like options? Me, when anything I do, I like to have plan A, I like to have plan B, I like to have plan C, I like to have plan D, okay? So, if I'm going to college and I'm not sure I'll get a job, I'm like, okay, what if I don't get a job? I know Janet Rangi, I'll go on YouTube, I'll watch her, I will see which options are there for me, because the whole world knows I need to know about these options. F1 student visa, I'm going to apply. If I don't get that, you know what? My girlfriend went to America. That is an option. Maybe we'll have fiancé visa. Like all these things, these are options. Okay? I hope I'm talking with someone, my friends. I'll not make this. Lewis, you like this? Okay, I look so different today. As I told you, I came to Louisiana. I'm not in my natural environment, but I never give up. I always come up with something. I always come up with this information, regardless where I am. I never give up, okay? I never give up. In fact, today I was like, maybe I'll do something tomorrow. As soon as I opened the Facebook, was telling me, your viewers haven't heard anything from you. Your viewers haven't heard. I'm like, oh my, I better do something today. So I love, this is my brother's kitchen. A few weeks ago, he was just back home like you guys now. I came to help me. When you come in, you need, information. You need to know where to find all these things, okay? All right. Thank you so much for coming. People love my hairstyle. Yes, this is new. Thank you so much for your nice comments. Lawrence, thank you so much for coming in. I'll continue doing research for you, okay? Don't forget about scholarships. When I go back to Texas, I'll post all these links. I'm going to post all these links for scholarships, for F1 student visas. For those of you who are doing your own research, you're doing a good job. F1 student visa, you are doing research, you are going there, you are finding out about work programs, you're finding out about scholarships, you are finding out about hardship, economic hardship, you're finding out about what kind of profession. I always say, choose your profession wisely. If you graduate, what next? Is an employer willing to take you? When they take you, are they willing to file for you H1B, okay? Remember, as a student, OPT is an option after graduation. You can always get employment after graduation. They will give you a work permit that will last you 12 months. You can use that to work anywhere in the United States. That is the time F1 students, F1 student visas, you can use that to get H1B. The H1B will help you get a green card. What am I saying in a nutshell? Some of you just go there thinking the lottery is the only thing that will give you a green card. Many people come here in many ways. That's how they get green cards. I came as a student. I got a green card. I became a citizen. Do you understand? There is a process. There is a process. Okay, so if you didn't know, I'm here to inform you that is a process. The goal is to find yourself here. The process is in the books. Many people have done it. If you count on the lottery, not so many people, it's a chance. What I say is you're putting your life basically by chance. Don't do that yourself. Yes, apply for the green card. Yes, wait for that chance, but do have plan B. Plan B for me today, I'm talking about F1 student visas. And for those of you on this page, Janet has talked about so many ways of coming to America. It's not just F1 student visas. I like F1 student visa because they give you time. Okay, when you come, you can always extend. You can come on a community college 2-3 years. You go to a bachelor's degree, another 4 years. You finish bachelor's degree, another 2 years for master's. You finish master's, another PhD, 5 years. How long are you here? When you finish PhD, the employer gives you H1B, 3 years. H1B, you renew for 3 years, it's another 6 years. After 6 years, you already have a green card. After the green card, you are becoming a citizen. Am I making sense? I hope I'm educating some of us who didn't know about these things, okay? There's a process, all right? It's not easy, but as I said, success comes to risk takers. Only the people who take risks are successful, okay? Nothing is easy, okay? What's that? Do you cook ugali in that kitchen, cooking stick? Yes, I wish they were here. Or did you see there's a cooking stick somewhere? Yeah, there's a cooking stick there, okay? I drink coffee, all right? Ketepa, I have Royco, I have many things here, all right? We cook fufu here, all right? Matoke we eat here, we eat githeri here, okay? We eat, everything, sweet potatoes and cassava, okay? Is it possible to get a job for someone who has not gone to university but he has done a course? As I always say, that's a good question. For those who followed me, I always say, but how? Find yourself here. Okay? Find yourself here. Lewis is saying, can't stop smiling. You really encouraged me. I had given up before. And that is something else I get every day. People tell me, Janet, by the way, they deny you, it's going to be so hard, especially if you go for visiting visa and they don't give it to you. Take the hard road, my friend. Come for a student visa. And it doesn't matter when you graduated. Just start. Okay? Can you get OPT after studying diploma in nursing? Yes, but why would you get OPT? You can get a green card as a nurse. Hi, Janet, good job. Please assist. Community colleges are cheaper. I've always said community colleges are cheaper. Bula is saying, very helpful. I'm looking for a good school where I can do my master's. Very good. The whole thing is introduce a dream. Introduce it in your head, Brendan. Caroline, all you need is to introduce. Introduce the thought and work on that thought. That is how it works. The system works. Okay? Watching you from Texas. Keep informing. Oh, thank you so much. All right? Thank you so much. Someone is watching all the way from Texas. All right? Yeah? I drove away from Texas. I'm very far from Texas right now. So, introduce the thought. Just having that thought is enough. And then you keep building on the thought. Every month you're building on it. Whether it's applying for English, for student visas, you don't have to have TOEFL. Not always. Yes, do most schools need TOEFL? Okay, if they need TOEFL, you have to do it. If they need GRE, you have to do it. If they need GMAT, you have to do it. If they need SATs, you have to do them. Okay? But not every school requires this. You can always have a shortcut. Okay? So, look at those requirements. Okay? If it's not working, try another school. That's what you do. Before you know it, you're here. Okay? Now when you're here, you move to the next obstacle. Okay? It has to be incremental. It has to be incremental. Janet, is it true they've banned change of status from B1, B2? By the way, I saw one B1, B2. That kind of discouraged me. I'm going to check into that. I don't know if it's a new law, but one thing with this place, things change. Just because things are bad now does not mean things will be bad next time. But I'm going to look into this. Someone sent me a visa, and that visa they had stamped like no change of status and no extension. Okay, that's something I read. Actually, I saw a picture. I don't know how true that is. I'll have to find out if it's a new policy. If it's a new policy, me, I always say we're going to wait and see. Okay, we're going to wait and see. Things change here every day. All right. How's Colorado Mountain College? Colleges here are always good. It doesn't matter which one. If it's working for you, just go for it. Okay. All right. Victoria is saying always encouraging people. That is very good, my friends. I'm not home today, so I'll keep this video short. Unless I see very interesting questions, I will not continue. But basically what I'm telling you, do not wait until you are a millionaire to make your dreams come true. That is the whole goal of this message, is people start from somewhere, they work in increments. Okay? Once they work in increments, you see success comes after 1 day, then 2 days. I'm a nutritionist with diploma. I haven't heard you talking about nutrition. It doesn't matter, by the way. Sandrine, you will just be fine, okay? How do I get to apply a company on B1? How about marrying US citizens? I've done all these visa, spouse visa. I've done videos about that. I dropped my studies in secondary. I've never gone to university. You come here, you start again, okay? You start again through the community college, but they'll need your high school. Or most of the time, they will give you something called a placement test in English or mathematics, and then they will place you in a community college. Oh, someone was denied F1 visa last week, Friday. All right, so you go cry your tears and go back after 3 months or 6 months. Go the next semester. Make your application strong when you're... Anyway, make sure you watch my embassy videos if you are new on this page. All we can do is to do our best, okay? All right, Janet, talk about green card for nurses. I got admitted. Wow, congratulations. Yes, so I'll talk about that, but generally speaking, yeah, nursing is a pathway. And by that, I have a video on that. The pathway to green cards and pathway to permanent residency through nursing. That's why many people love doing nursing. It's because there's a pathway, okay? Or can I get a security job? You find yourself here. How is the problem? How do you cross the big elephant? That is usually the problem. The problem is never the career. The problem is never the job. The problem is, how do you find yourself here? How willing are you to cross over, okay, and cross these obstacles? How strong are you? How resilient are you? Okay? All right. How do I start applying here in Uganda? Do we look for these college links online? Yes. You can Google any college in one of the states and just continue doing your research, find out the prices, and of course the best is to watch Janet Rangi on YouTube. Janet Rangi, and remember to subscribe, okay? How do we start applying? Okay, I just responded to that, all right? Thank you so much, my friends. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push you over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. You never give up, my friends, because you know what? You're the best, all right? What about hotel job, Janet? Okay, for jobs, come here. For me, F1, as I said, these people I'm saying about F1, what do you think is happening? They are working. If you never work, they have something like called GED. Which are community colleges are granting it if you ask for TOEFL waiver. Yes. There are colleges you can ask them to waive your English and they will do. Okay? Oh, Janet's videos helped me deal with her. Big elephant in the room, and now I have a visa. Congratulations. Hi, Janet. I'm here on B2 and got my B. Wow. Okay, many people have visas. Janet, I've researched about Danville College. It's a bit cheaper, and the town is cheap to live in. Very good. That's exactly what I tell people. Do your research. You guys are doing very well. I have to congratulate all of you who are calling me. You got your visas, or maybe they denied you, or you came here, or you are going to international office, or you are doing your work programs, or you started your studies, you are moving to the next step. Those things are the ones that keep me going, okay? When I hear the feedback, right now I'm hearing a lot of feedback because I started this job like a few years ago, but mostly last year. I'm beginning to see the fruits. Janet, you're just a pool of information. Donald, where are you these days? Okay? Many of you, by the way, if you got discouraged with the green card, okay, that is not the end of life. The green card is not the end of life. We are just going to start all over again. Okay? And remember, even here in this country, there's always change. Change is always coming. There are good days and there are bad days. Never focus on the bad days. Focus on the good days. Okay? If one door closes, the window will open. If they close the green card, most likely they want to bring people that are more educated on green cards. The window will open somewhere else. For me, I just focus on positivity. Positivity. That's why I like F1 student visas. If they are not liking the visiting visa, we are going to do the student visa thing. As I said, if you didn't graduate high school here, you can come here and do GED. When you do GED, you start college all over again. And then you say, how old will I be? 40, 50, 70, 90? Yes, why not? Okay? If you're still living and breathing, the age should never be a problem. Okay? All right. So, who is that? Kero is here. I just need to apply for jobs in Canada. I don't know much about Canada, but I have an agent. And most of the agents will need money to process your stuff. Okay? And so, that's something we can work with. Okay? All right, Jared. Jared finally is here. June is here. Okay, who else? What is GED? GED is for those people who did not graduate high school. They can always go back, read, do math, do English, do the test. Once you get your GED, you can use that to join the community college. And by the way, once you join the community college, when you finish, you can always go to university. You can even start and even have a master's and even have a PhD. Okay? All right. Some people are wanting the agent number. I will do that. Can you give the agent's contacts, please? Okay. All right. You leave your comments here. All right. I can, because for me, my services are free. But if you want a paid service, that is okay. I can always connect you, my friends. I can always connect you for those who are willing to pay. I've come to realize information is power, and I come from this country, people pay for information. If they know something is going to change their lives, they are willing to pay. So I don't know, that's a mindset we have to switch, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful where you're taking your money. All right, I have microbiology, can I do nursing? You must be a good follower, or a new follower. I've always said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you've done. When you come here, you do what you like. Okay? All right, and I've done a full video on how to transition your foreign education. I've done videos for those who are new here, by the way. In summary, before I leave, I didn't want to make this video too long. I focus on F1 student visas and F2 student visas. But I talk about visiting visas. I talk about J1 visas, exchange programs, people who come here as professors, interns. I talk about all those. I talk about many ways of getting green cards. Green cards through jobs, green cards through family, green cards through asylum, green cards through refugee program. Okay, green cards through athletics, talents. Green cards come in many ways, through marriage, through spouses, fiancé visa. Okay, all those ways, that's how people come here and live permanently. All right, I do this because I didn't see anyone doing this in this space. Okay, so if you are new here, just know Janet is using her 16 years of experience. I have my professional education, yes, but I use my 16 years of experience having done these things, having lived this life, okay? I've made applications. I don't tell you to make these things when I didn't do them. I've applied for F1 student visa myself. I've come here. I've brought a spouse. I've had kids here. I've done these master's programs. I've applied in the immigration without a lawyer, okay? I've gotten responses from them. I've applied for family members. I've applied for families, friends. So nothing is guesswork here. Everything you see here is tested. That's why people come here and they say, Janet, thank you. I didn't know that. Okay? All right. So, my friends, thank you so much for coming in. Someone says, Lucy says, check your messenger. Jackie, will you appreciate Canadian agent? So it looks there is a demand for that. And I'm going to put that, by the way. I'm still under construction, but let me not talk about that. I don't want to bring a lot of information today that I didn't mean to. But, so many people around, I'm feeling hard to leave. Okay, but I hope you feel encouraged. Charity says, I feel very encouraged. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Louisiana. This is Janet, all right? Okay, can someone talk to me in person? I'll start finding time. I have to, my friends, all these things come from followers. They tell me what they want, okay? Now, my time right now is very important, just like your time. So sometimes talking to people might take me a lot of time, but we can organize that. Who is that? Derek is watching from Ghana. You're welcome. Okay, thank you so much for coming. And I'll talk, Joseph, I'll talk about that more. I know many people ask. There are so many people like asking. I'm waiting for my friend from Ghana to come here. He's coming to interview me, so stay tuned. I know some of you wait for so many questions and you deserve answers. Okay, so this time Janet will not be talking. Someone else will be talking and asking. All those questions, if you have questions about Janet, keep them. When my friend from Ghana comes, he's a YouTube ambassador, okay? He's flying all the way from Ghana. When he comes to Texas, that week will be full of videos, okay? You can ask all those questions. You can ask all those questions and I will tell you, okay? I will tell you everything. I will not hide anything, okay? All right. Thank you so much, my friends. I don't want to leave. Like, this is the maximum I have. So many people watching. Usually, there's an indication of people who are passing through. And I don't want to leave you hanging. But go watch my videos on this. It's Janet Rangi here on Facebook, okay? All right. I like how people are discussing different kinds of colleges. Some are watching from Uganda. Some from Nairobi. Many people are asking about the agent. I will let the agent know. It seems that people want to have his information. All right, thank you so much, my friends. I will see you in the next video, okay? All right, bye-bye.